So there I was, barbecue sauce on all of my titties. Oh, you surprised me there.
Welcome back. In our last video, we figured out why our valve stem seals were leaking. So our goal today is to switch them out with ones that hopefully won't leak. Now, you might be wondering, what's the difference between the two?
I mean, they look remarkably similar, but they function completely differently. This one here sits on the valve guide on the bottom, and this spring part kind of holds it on that valve guide. And it's supposed to wipe the actual stem of the valve as the valve goes up and down. Now, this one here is supposed to just sit on the valve, is held to the valve, and just moves up and down with the valve, and just kind of deflects all of the oil from the top of that. Now, what we found out last week is that these don't work because they stick up too far above the bottom of the valve guide, and the retainer actually is smacking them. No bueno. So we switched to these, which are going to be a little bit better.
Normally, in order to do a repair like this, you'd have to remove the cylinder head. We're not going to do that. We've got top secret plans from NASA for how to build a special tool that's going to save us a bunch of time. First step of making our special tool, we have to drill a hole in a wrench.
There we go. There she is. Not pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but I believe functional.
We've got our hole drilled in the wrench for the rocker arm stud to go through. Now we just need to get to the rocker arm stud. We pulled off our air cleaner and pulled out our valve cover.
And the wrench fits over just fine. Put shop air back to the cylinder here.
So the way this tool works, we have shop air going through the spark plug hole with a compression tester toolkit to keep the valve closed. We then use the wrench to open the spring and retainer, and then we can either add or remove the little keepers as we need. We did have to use a pry bar here a little bit to get some better leverage on it since the wrench is broken off. Not great exactly the way it's set up right now. We're going to end up adding a handle to it just for this reason. The next issue we ran into was that our tool ended up getting stuck on the threads for the rocker stud. There was just a little bit of a sharp edge on the hole that we drilled, and as we were trying to remove the tool after we put the keepers back in, the tool wasn't actually lifting up at all. The valve spring was keeping it cocked at an angle, and it was wedged against the threads. It's kind of hard to get it out. Another reason we needed to add a handle.
That's great. That's just great. Okay, we got it to pop. I don't know if that's good or not. It seems like it runs all the way down still, so we didn't trip the threads too badly. I think it's just a really tight fit. That poor compressor. Probably needs some love. Let's go hit it with a step bit and see if that helps.
Our goal with the step bit is not actually to enlarge the hole at all. It's to use the next size up layer of the step bit to actually bevel the outside edge. I'm thinking here that the very sharp edge from the hole that we drilled is what's catching on the threads, and I'm hoping that this will fix it. With our newly step bit machined tool, we compressed the next valve and we did our valve stem seal swap, reinstalled the spring and put our retainers on there, and we have the same issue. When it's trying to come apart, we've got to put a big socket and extension on there to actually get it to ride up. It's still getting bound up on the threads of the rocker arm stud. So we obviously need a different solution. Time to go sort of back to the drawing board.
All right. Last time we got pretty close to a successful tool. This time we are going to finalize. So we've got this steel here. And we're going to bend it from a 90-degree angle. And then we're going to weld it to the wrench here. And then we're going to take this piece here and we're going to support the this piece here so we can move it more easily. And we're going to deburr everything, and then hopefully that'll give us enough leverage to where we can pull on it, but it'll be at a short enough distance here that it won't run into the carburetor when we're actually using it on the car. Bro, that's actually not terrible. Genuinely look like I know what I'm doing. I don't, but I look like I do. There you go. Now, if we really cared, we'd paint it. But we're gonna not care. It's gonna be okay. That seems pretty solid. I think we're gonna be okay. I mean, fucking doubles as a hammer. There you go. That's how you make one of those. Call it the on-car valve tool 9000. There it goes. Got them both. All right, now for the moment of truth. As we release this. Oh yeah, that's gonna work.
With the extra leverage from the handle on the tool that we just installed, we were able to pull on the tool and walk it up the threads of the rocker arm stud as we're pulling the nut off. And this means that it's not going to end up shooting the retainer across the shop, and we're actually going to be able to control it smoothly as we release the spring pressure of everything. So it seems like we have created a successful tool at this point.
All right, we're going to switch to time lapse. We're going to knock out 2 more valves today, and then when we come back tomorrow night, we're going to do the rest. So on to some time lapse. All right, we are not done. It is not running. We don't even really have great footage. We have some time lapse of working on that side. I apparently never hit the record button for when we were working on this side, And this is where everything bad happened. I'm not sure where the little special tool ended up, but oh, here it is. As you can see, it is broken in half. Completely destroyed. So we were about halfway done with this valve cover, or this head of the engine, and one of the keepers fell down on the valve stem past the little groove, and we were hauling on it trying to get it to compress so we could get it out, and the thing snapped in half and stabbed me right in the middle of the finger, and we were done for the day. So I'm okay. I'll recover. We need to make a new tool now. We no longer have a functional tool. So we have Nerf darts, so that's something. But this is unfortunately where we're stuck for now, and we're out of time for this video. So this is just where we're going to end it. All right, well, there you go. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave a comment. Don't do any of that. I don't really care. We'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.